I pooped 3 times.
You're getting fibered up.
I stopped taking the stool softener too because I was like, that's too much. I don't want to have the shits.
You should be good now.
I stopped taking it yesterday.
I'm just saying you should be good enough to like where you're not needing to do anything.
Well, I can actually like push something out now, whereas before it hurt to push.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know Jocko had protein, ready protein.
Who?
Jocko.
Good job, man.
Um, the Navy, was it Navy Sergeant, Navy General? He wrote the book, what was it called?
Oh, fuck. I need my phone. So I can catch my game.
Um, what the fuck did he? Hey Siri, what book did Jocko Wilkerson write?
Jocko Wilkerson stage, U.S. Navy SEALs League. This is from the Broncos.
It was called Extreme Ownership. You probably like it because it has to deal with like, well, it's Navy. It's very Navy, but it's a lot about like corporate leadership and how to lead people and how he led his soldiers into corporate America and how he does basically self-made millionaire again. Went into corporate and started doing like corporate events and speeches and things like that to teach people how to lead people instead of how to like push them around, tell them what to do, to really have an open door policy that actually is real.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And the Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a... pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It's 1st down from the 11.
Get set, get set.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the School. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooners offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Now adjusting. Slides away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it on? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Dances away from the heat. Already find a hole in that secondary. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown!
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He's taken out of bounds at the 48. A really good return gets it close to midfield. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
A strike downfield. Flying down the right side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown Sooner.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's
running toward the tape. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They
trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it to the right side. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to the ground with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Quickly complete. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Plows through the defense. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. To the ground with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to get it through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Now, a 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Try to get it on the ground. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
From the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything.
Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Sooner offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's going to pass. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Leaves it with the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. And the returner will be knocked down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Trying to get to him. On target to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's looking for a man on second down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play. And that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Neutrals on defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. Picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Offense getting set for first down. They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The RPO fire complete to the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. They're bringing heat. He'll get rid of it. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The inside handoff. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
Inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. 1st down here for the offense. Running it to the right. On the move is the 30. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
It's complete to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here tonight.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Just feeds the running back.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Second and goal for the offense. Touchdown tie! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw, it's Suarez. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Now on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll return it from the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold it. And he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to...
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Leaves it with the back. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something.
To a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough, and I'm going to do the best.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes that Alabama offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They're working that left side, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Using the quick game. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just